What's going on? Charles Botensten here. We're obviously going to be a little behind on the prospecting calls, but I think every single time that I go, I'm going to do a live here because I always have something on my mind, and it kind of preps me not only for going live on Facebook, but also making my prospecting calls. So today we're going to be talking about being, B-E-I-N-G. You know, be. Can you just be? And by that I mean, so I'm reading a book right now, and it's called Radical Acceptance. And radical acceptance means that you accept yourself, good or bad. You know, you accept yourself when you screw up, when you don't wake up, when you don't get the job that you really want, when something happens in your relationship. It could be a breakup, it could be someone dies in your family. It's just radical acceptance. And there's stories in there of just how people actually, through the worst of times, accepted themselves. And it's really hard to do, especially when things are not going as planned, especially when you're trying to do something and you're just like, why is it not working out? You start hating yourself, you start doubting yourself, you start having less confidence, you start doing things that you would not normally do. And that's not the way it should be. You know, obviously meditation, it was funny, Joe Rogan and Brett Weinstein, I think is his name, but he just was on Joe Rogan's podcast. I highly recommend it. It's very, I think he's an evolutionary biologist or psychologist or something along those lines. And Joe Rogan actually brought up, he goes, actually meditating is probably the best thing that you could do at any time. Actually, no, he was with David Goggins. That's who it was. And he said meditating brings you to the center. You don't need the stimulation. I've talked about stimulation in the past, whether it's your cell phone, TV, social media, the internet, anything stimulates you, and then you need that. I'll give you an example. Anytime I'm in the elevator and it's quiet and nobody knows each other and there's 3 or 4 people that are in the elevator, what do? You go for your cell phone. You need that stimulation. I sit there and I enjoy it. I bask in that. I don't need that. So when people say, how are you not addicted, or how do you not really consume social media? Because I make small attempts like that I don't actually need to 100% be involved. All right, for someone like you guys, I highly recommend the book because you're not only being more present, but you're feeling in your body where it is. You know, that hurt, that shame, that anguish, that pain, that depression, whatever you're going through. And then you feel it, you understand it, and then she actually goes through steps on releasing it, and then you go, you know, can you just not maybe watch something for the entire morning? Can you not go on your cell phone for the entire morning? Try it. You know, try pushing your limits on the amount of time that you can go without actually needing something to stimulate you. The smallest thing. It could even be food or alcohol or going out, you know, leaving work early, whatever the case is. You know, something that you're just always looking towards the future, when in fact you should just be here right now. Very hard to do. It's taken me multiple years to even get to this point where I can go into an elevator and just be there. You know, and here's the last example. There's this guy that I work out with, great guy, very in shape, you know, funny, charismatic, everything else. But when the class ends to when we go to where the bathroom is maybe 2 to 3 minutes. In those 2 to 3 minutes, he has to actually have something in his ears listening to music because he's so used to it. He's so used to having something he's just always on. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Why? Because if something is not either pleasing you or giving you that stimulation, as I've been talking about, then you're literally going and you're chasing things your entire life. You're chasing the next TV show. You're chasing the next episode. You're chasing the next relationship. You're chasing the next thing that's gonna bring you that feeling that you need. So it's really going in and finding out, okay, why do I need this? And then you find out what the need is. What are you addicted to? So for me, it was 2009, 2010, I was addicted to TV. And in 2011, I just get rid of it. I was like, this is ridiculous. I look forward to this. I can't even work because I'm thinking about it. And this is before all the ridiculous TV shows that are on right now. Imagine 2009, 2010, 2011. Shows were good. You know, it was like Jersey Shore, but that was it. But then you're always looking for the next, say, Bachelor, the next Bachelor season, or Bachelor in Paradise. You know, a lot of these girls, they love that, or Game of Thrones or whatever. I'm not saying not to have the escapism, but if you are, you yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. Be like, am I addicted to this? Am I literally going through work only looking forward to that? Because then you're only looking forward to that next week. And then you just literally went an entire week without actually looking. I have a question off topic. Bob Proverbs says to study books, but who really follows? And just type that in again because it just goes away. Unless I just press that. Yeah, sorry, it went away. But when you're actually being present, Bob Proctor, by the way, has a great streaming event right now. I think it starts today, and it's out in LA. I bought the program and whatnot. Highly recommend that. But consistency is everything. Effort is everything. The outcome, it may come, it may not come. It may be a month, it may be 3 months, but I gotta hop on. I gotta make my sales calls because I promised it. So I'm gonna be over at the Facebook page, facebook.com/Botensten. Nobody rereads books and studies them. No, I don't. No way. So this is obviously a question for anyone that's watching after. Question just came up on the live stream. I just get 2 or 3 things. People, there was this one guy that I met at Fika. Fika's a restaurant here in New York City. And the guy, he said, I just want to study 6 books this year. I'm like, no, I want to study 100 books. I'm going for the quantity with the quality because there's so many quality books that are coming out. There's so many. Tools of Titans, I still haven't read. And then the one afterwards, still haven't read it. There's so many on my bucket list that I need to read that, rereading, it's just not worth it. Maybe the book by Michael A. Singer, which was the Surrender or whatever. I forgot the name of it, but Michael A. Singer, that's the only one. He was on Oprah and he's very deep into meditation, and he was the first one that I'm like, holy shit. Otherwise you won't get into the subconscious. Yeah, listen, I get 1 or 2 things out of the book and I understand it. Like Radical Acceptance, I understand it, and then you're just layering stories on top of it. And then obviously regurgitating and writing it down, like I wrote down some notes and I just review those notes, 5 or 6 bullet points, and then I move on. You do you, whatever works. For me, I want to read as much as I can. I want to absorb as much information. I want to just pound my brain with information. And then from there, just say what works, what doesn't work. Acceptance, radical acceptance of when things don't work out is 100%. That's what I need. That's what I need. Because, either running a company or running your life or your social media or whatever, we're always chasing something, chasing the next deal, chasing the next like, chasing the next photo, chasing the next party, whatever. We're always chasing. We're not enjoying right now. And if you can't do that, there's an issue, and you're just going to live your life always looking for the next thing. And I'll just give you this last quote, which was by Eleanor Roosevelt. She said, we get on, have an awesome weekend. Thank you, Chris. Hop over if you probably don't care about the sales calls. But Eleanor Roosevelt said this really, really profound quote. And she talks, a lot of people talk about journey, but she actually explained it the best way. She goes, we get on this journey of life and we get on a train, and this train has multiple stops along the way. And we want to get somewhere. We want to get to that destination, whether it's graduation, whether it's a wedding, whether it's children, whether it's a house, whether it's a job, whether it's something. And what's up, Marcos? And you always want to get there, And then when you arrive at that destination that you've always wanted, you look back on your entire life and you say, I forgot all the stations along the way, all the little things along the way of the journey to get to the destination. And honestly, the destination is your last breaths, and that's the way she was saying is you have to enjoy the little stations along the way, the little thing that someone wrote you a card, or the little thing of the thank you, holding the door, the elevators on time, the smallest things that I can even live broadcast this out to you guys. That's insane that someone invented that technology and we can have this one-on-one communication. That's incredible. And I look at it because I never had this. If I grew up in the era now, it would be completely different, but you guys can now absorb all the information. So hop over to the Facebook page, rewatch if you didn't see it, but Radical Acceptance is the book that I'm reading right now. Very good. It's long and it's not for everyone. But honestly, just get the details out of it and you'll be good to go. All right, so facebook.com/Botensten. And I'm going to be going live there and making some prospecting calls. Have an awesome day. Talk to you guys soon.